All right. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Smriti Goswami, and I'm a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness. I'm also a Right Voice for You facilitator and a Being You certified facilitator and a Talk to the Entity facilitator. And there's one more that I don't remember. I think Right Voice, yeah. And the Right Voice for You facilitator with Access Consciousness. So, and yeah, Joy of Business facilitator. Just look at me. There's so many of these that I'm
being you
and being you. Yeah. So how does it get any better than this? So each of these classes that I facilitate are the ones that have created the maximum change for me. I mean, such dynamic change. And that's what I offer. And yeah. So thank you so much for being here on this call. I think there'll be more people joining in a little later. I decided last minute to just create this call. So how does it get any better than this? So, and now when we're talking about showing up, especially if it's a right voice for you intro, how about having your cameras on so that we can just be willing to show up? It'll be really nice if I actually get to see who I'm talking to and not just faces and not just names. Hi, Ula, Umesh. Thank you for being here. And Seema. Hi, Seema. Hi, everyone. All right. And Dipanti. Is that how you pronounce your name? Dipanti. All right, cool. Awesome. Now, so before we get started, what does right voice for you mean to you? Yeah, I'll be asking guys some questions here. And you're most welcome to ask me questions. You're most welcome to ask me what is this class all about? What does right voice for you mean to you guys? Just go ahead, ask. Nimisha, you want to say something? You just unmuted your. All right. Okay. Cool.
By mistake. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. No problem. All right. So who's going to answer? Who's going to speak up? What does right voice for you mean to you?
It's be visible with all of yourself in the world.
Awesome. Awesome. Who else? What does right voice for you mean to you guys? Just whatever shows up. It doesn't have to be right. It doesn't have to be wrong. And everywhere you're not willing to speak up because, what if you say something wrong? Just let it be. Just speak up. Anything. It just has to be one line. What does it mean to you? Yes, Umesh.
Just say or be whatever it comes to mind. There's nothing right or wrong. Like whatever
awesome.
shows up.
Awesome. Who else? Just unmute and speak.
Yeah. So for hi Smriti.
Hi.
So for me, it's like expressing myself, like as I am, like really being myself and expressing it as clearly, openly, and honestly.
Awesome. Who else? Do you see what's happening here right now? Yes, Vrushali, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got in late, so I don't know the question. I'm sorry.
I just asked, what does right voice for you mean to you? In case you'd like to just answer.
What does right voice mean to you?
Yeah. What does right voice for you mean to you?
Right voice mean to me is, like someone just before me said that it's being myself, being able to articulate what I am feeling, what I am sensing, and just knowing what I'm saying, basically.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, guys. All right. Do you realize a lot of you are not even willing to speak up here? Because what if you say something wrong? What if you're not received? What if somebody thinks that, or makes fun of you or laughs at you? A lot of times people would just be quiet because they don't want to say something that might elicit a reaction from people. So they will just keep quiet. For me, right voice for you, for me, it means actually receiving myself. This is something over the years I realized actually, you're willing to show up, you're willing to deal with other people's judgments, you're willing to still keep on choosing more and more for yourself the moment you start receiving yourself, right? The moment you receive yourself, the moment you start trusting yourself, you have those 5 elements of intimacy with yourself, which you learn in a foundation class, honor, trust, gratitude, allowance, and vulnerability, is when you are willing to just be out there in the world without any issues, without pulling yourself down time and again. It's about really just choosing to show up dynamically, being all of you. So right voice for you also means being everything that you are without making yourself less for anyone or anything else. And a lot of us stop being who we are, or we are not willing to show up as dynamically, or most people sort of hesitate to show up either on stage or in life because of their unwillingness to receive the judgments that they anticipate that they will receive from others. Okay, so it's like being really afraid of what other people will think or say. And this unwillingness to receive the judgment not only keeps you from reaping the benefits of showing up, but it also stops all your money flows. So if you're not willing to show up, what's happening? You're keeping huge barriers in front of you because you don't want to be hurt, you don't want to be judged, you don't want to have to deal with certain things. So you'll have these barriers, those imaginary walls all around yourself just to protect yourself so that you can just be safe in your own cocoon. And that's it, right? But how much are, when you put up these energetic barriers all around you, if you're looking at keeping out all the bad elements or all those bad judgments, it's just energy, right? So the universe doesn't know that this is bad, this is wrong, or this is right. It just blocks everything from coming your way. Those barriers are blocking everything, including money, including everything else, right? So first step to actually choosing to be more of you is to have your barriers down, lower your barriers. You can just ask your body to lower barriers. That's it. It's as simple as that. Okay. Now, what happens is, now we spoke about not willing to receive the judgments from others. Now, your judgments of yourself, these are even more costly. Okay. They can actually prevent you from playing your very best role. Okay. And what is that role? That is the role of being yourself. Okay. Many of us actually refuse to do this because we have judged that we are not sort of perfect, or there's something missing. My nose is too large, or I have a double chin, or I can't dance, or whatever. You'll have all sorts of judgments, or maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe they are more qualified. It's okay if they are creating big, I'm not that qualified, or I'm not that rich enough. That's why I can't choose that. Maybe I don't have enough money, so that's the reason I will not be able to choose this. But these are all stories, right? When you want something, just go all out and choose it. You don't have to let anyone or anything stop you from being everything that you are. Yeah, your own judgments about yourself is one of the main catalysts for stopping you from being more. So you all know how to get rid of that. If you guys are not part of Access, then let me just tell you which tool you can use. You can just say for all your judgments that whatever you're receiving from others and whatever judgments you have about yourself, you can just say, interesting point of view, I have this point of view about myself. Now what you're doing is, this way you are actually allowing yourself to disassociate yourself from those judgments about yourself that are stopping you from choosing more. All right. And if others are judging you, you just say, okay, interesting point of view, they have this point of view. Or interesting point of view, he has this point of view, or she has this point of view. And then that's it. You're not letting anything affect you. Okay. All right. Now, what else? So this class, Right Voice for You, is actually an invitation for you to apply these tools do the challenge of actually just showing up in the world, showing up in your life, okay? Or on a stage, or in being in front of an audience, okay? It's like just, you've no idea what. So, okay, let me give you an example. For the longest time, okay, I would just make myself invisible. And I used to wonder, why do people just look through me, you know? I mean, they don't even acknowledge my presence. What's going on? They don't even realize that I'm there. And I've met them before. You know, we've been introduced so many times, and still they just appear to be absolutely blank and they don't even recognize me. And I realized I had an art of, you know, or a capacity to just make myself invisible, where people would just look through me, they wouldn't even know I'm there. Which is interesting, right? But energetically, I used to be that. Like, okay, I don't exist here, don't look at me. And till when I was attending the Right Voice for You class with Blossom, long back, that was in 2016. And so I was attending the whole thing. It was a beginning class and an intro and a beginning, and then there was a advance, and then there was a CF training for that. I attended everything. Now she would keep calling people on the stage and asking them to sing or do something or whatever. And I was like, there's just no way I'm going to do that. There's no way I'm going up on the stage and doing anything or even speaking in front of all these people, because I had a major stage fright. And I would be like, this doesn't work for me, right? I would panic, like really panic. And I would just go blank and I would check out. So I was like, that is not something what I'm choosing to do. So every time she would scan the room to call the participant on the stage, I would just be like, okay, not me. You know, so energetically, I used to just make myself invisible. Shilpa, just give me a minute, right? And then one day during the advanced training, okay, this is when I'd been attending the class, the same class, the Right Voice for You classes for almost 6 days, is when she called me. She just looked at me. She said, what are you doing here? And I was like, what do you mean? So she's like, no, but to attend the CF training, you have to have attended the previous classes. I said, but I have. And she's like, wow, that's interesting. She's like, how come I never noticed you in the class? She's like, you have an amazing capacity to make yourself invisible. And till she mentioned it to me, I had no clue. And then I realized, wow, that's what I've been doing. You know, just making myself invisible to people and wondering why they don't, why do they just keep looking through me? Why don't they even notice me? So how many of you deal with something like this? And what's the value of making yourself invisible? I didn't even know that I had that capacity. Do you get it? I mean, I didn't even know I was doing that. So there are so many times in the world when we are stepping out, when we are interacting with people, and when we are talking to people, when we are choosing to show up in our life, in our business, in our relationships, and everywhere else, we, you know, just sort of make ourselves, it's like, it's only me, it's okay. You know, how many of you do that? It's okay, it's only me. So this thing of just sidelining yourself every time doesn't really always work, right? And how many of you are doing that? So the Right Voice for You class would invite you to actually choose you. The Right Voice for You class will actually invite you to start receiving yourself, whether or not anyone else receives you. Are you willing to receive yourself? That's what this class invites you to. And there are a whole lot of home plays. It's a very interactive class. It's not like just, of course it comes with a manual, but there's so much more to this class. And we'll talk more about it. So yeah, Shilpa, let's go ahead with your question.
So a part of it you did answer by saying, you know, this class is more about, you know, where you're not choosing yourself. Smriti, my question is, you know, sometimes, you know, you're not really choosing to do something in the healing field, or you're not. So how is, you know, what is it that this class is for what takeaway is this class for someone who's not really into actually being out on stage, or it's not really about you being out there, but how, is this class that can also contribute in me kind of expanding my business? Or,
course,
I mean, not all businesses is about, you being out there, right? Like,
right. So thanks. That's an amazing question. Thanks, Shilpa. First of all, this class, so I had a whole lot of things going on in my mind when you were asking me the question, and I'm like suddenly just, okay, what to answer? Hold on. So yeah, this class is not just about, being on the stage. Like initially when I attended, that time it was more about performing on stage or being, getting on the stage and then speaking and singing or performing or dancing or something. And that was something that wasn't fun for me, not apart from the rest of the things. That's not something that I was looking for. So luckily the format has changed. So it is not about being on the stage anymore. Okay. Yes, I will ask you to talk. I will ask you to get out of your comfort zone. There'll be lots of home plays which will get you out of your comfort zone. And but when you do that, you'll realize it is just so liberating. Okay, now coming to the question that Shilpa asked, you don't have to be an artist to attend this. Of course, if you're an artist, it creates very dynamically for you. But even if you're a housewife, even if you don't have any business, or if you're an entrepreneur, or if you are a businesswoman, even if you're not into healing, this class is not about healing per se. This class is about showing up in the world. This class is about making you more visible in the world. It's about choosing more of you, to be more of you. Okay, it's about not divorcing bits and pieces of you to cater to everybody else. It's about owning everything you are. Okay, and especially in business, when you're willing to own everything you are, when you're willing to receive whatever judgments that are showing up, okay, then you will not hide your products. Then people will be able to see those products more dynamically. Sometimes, we do not showcase ourselves or our products because we think somebody else will not be happy for us. Okay, or somebody will, they're going to judge me. They'll be like, why I only taught this person? Why is this person choosing this? Now, what are you doing? You're just allowing other people's points of view, their thought process, or what you've assumed that they'll be thinking, stop you from choosing, right? So this is about acknowledging that you're choosing to be unstoppable no matter what. It's about choosing to be limitless no matter what. You don't have to be in healing to attend this class. Even if you don't have healing as a business, this is not about that. It's about whichever business you have, it will contribute very dynamically, because business is all about showing up. If people don't know about you and your business, how will they choose you, right? When you're willing to show up with whatever you are, with no judgments, is when others will see what your products are, what you are all about. Okay, that's what starts shifting things. Let me give you an example. I had conducted a there was a radio show that I did long back. Okay, and that was my first ever radio show with Joy of Business. I had no clue what I was doing, but there was this theme that I had in mind, and I thought this was a good idea, and I thought I could merge that, my flying experience and the tools of access, and let's see what shows up, right? So I did that, and I created something like that. But so you're not interacting with anyone. It was just me looking at the wall and just talking, right? So now when I'm talking, whatever was going on in my mind was, what will people think? Would they judge me? What will they judge me for? What if my voice sounds very kiddish? What's going to happen? Would they even receive me? And I had a whole lot of things going on in my mind. And I was like, no, but I have to complete it, right? So I did. Luckily, I didn't have much time to think about it. I just had to I did 2 takes. One got messed up. So the first one got messed up. So the second take is what I had to do and just send it, right? And for almost a year, I didn't even bother sharing it with anyone because I was, I was like, they are going to really judge me. They're going to say like, it's like, they're going to laugh at me and, make fun of me. So I was really not even willing to share that. And then there was some business done different class that I was conducting in Pune. And then I was talking to my hosts and they're like, why don't you showcase this and let them just go through it and see what shows up. So that radio show is what I put out. And I was like, you know what, instead of focusing on who all will make fun of me, I just said, okay, who all will this contribute to? And I just put it out in the world. And I was willing to receive the judgments. And I was like, it's okay if they judge me. It's fine. But there are some amazing tools in that radio show, in that call. And who will this contribute to? That call was about not giving up. Okay. That I can't even tell you how many messages I got and how many people called me up personally just to tell me about, how much that call had contributed to them. So what I'm trying to say is, what if it's not about you? What if you remove yourself from the equation and see the contribution that you can be to the world? What's the value of keeping yourself hidden? What if you choose way beyond? What if there is so much with your kindness, with your presence, with the way you be in the world, right? Who all can you contribute to? So if you're choosing to keep yourself hidden, what are you even choosing? Right? You choosing to keep yourself limited and less. Who would that contribute to? You're here in this world to be a gift. Where are you not willing to choose that gift? That's why I mentioned, right? Right voice for you means me learning to receive myself. The moment you do that, it's okay, no matter who thinks what. Even if people are judging you, that's their point of view. Just because they're judging you to be something doesn't make you that, right? You know what's true for you. You know the gift that you are. You know who you are what you're all about. So it's about choosing yourself and the brilliance of you.
Smriti,
Yes, Vrushali, go ahead.
so sorry, this is my first time attending a session of this kind. I just saw the Zoom post and I wanted to hop on. My basic two questions are, is this going to be a live session like in person?
Yeah. This class, sorry,
Okay.
this class has to be attended live. This class is not offered online. Okay, because this particular class.
People like us, like I live in the US and it's 7:30 in the morning here.
Right.
I just actually woke up and I just hopped on. Sorry about that. But so for people like us, then what is the best mode to attend this class then? Because it's really interesting.
So I will put you through to some facilitators in US, if you like. This particular class has to be attended live. Or maybe when I come to US, I can create a class there for you. Which part of US are you in?
I live in Madison, Wisconsin.
All right. So at this moment, let me just connect you with some right voice for you facilitators from US who might be conducting a live class. Each of the facilitators are brilliant. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's the best option. Or if you're coming to India, I will create a class for you. I'd love to have you on board.
I would love to, because so this is something so new to me. I just got introduced to Access and it is massive. The things that you can do. I mean, it just makes you so infinite. And the more you dig deep into it, it's just like a hidden treasure. And so I just got onto this call to see, what is right voice all about. And it's very interesting. I hope I can do this in person with you, actually. So
thank you. I would love that. Do you visit India?
I do visit every year, but because of the COVID situation, it's a little scary. So I don't know.
Okay, we will connect on a personal chat and we can
absolutely
figure out
sorry,
something.
I took your time. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. We can figure out something. Yes.
So Smriti, this time, when and where is it?
It is day after, actually. It's at Renaissance Hotel. There's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful venue. It's really lovely. It's a very contributive venue, and the class is going to be there. It's a huge space because this class demands showing up. So it's like really a huge place, and yeah,
Mumbai.
and
In
yeah,
Mumbai.
it's in Mumbai. Yeah, it's in Mumbai, and yeah, with a beautiful lake view. Where are you from, Niveditha? Bangalore.
I'm Bangalore, yeah.
Join in. Join in. Join in, or maybe I'll create a class in Bangalore. What else is possible?
Yeah, what
But
else
I
is
would love,
possible?
yeah, if you're joining, let me know. We start day after in the morning. It's a 3-day class, and there's so much to do in those 3 days. There's lots of activities lined up in that. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? Yes, Shilpa, go ahead.
Priti, this class is called the right voice for you. So is this all and only about right voice? Is it about, like, I have a point of view that probably I'm very loud, like somebody could have a point of view that they're very, is it only about voice or is it about?
It is not at all about voice per se. It's about being an energy and an invitation in the world. It doesn't matter whether you have like a loud voice or a soft voice. It doesn't matter. Okay, that doesn't matter. There is this word, I think, mellifluous. Mellifluous? There's this clearing that Dr. Dane had given me because I thought, nobody listens to me, nobody hears me, and now it's so different. I mean, if you look at me, I used to be the quietest person. Okay, and now I don't stop talking. So it's not about that. It's about just owning everything you are. So let me just see if I get that mellifluous. Okay, I can't find it. Okay, maybe I'm not spelling it properly. Anyways, so yeah, what else? What exactly did you mean by this question, Shilpa? Do you want me to talk more about it?
Yeah, can you like what is it that it's not really about expecting this class. So what is this class really about? Yeah, I was listening to you where you're saying it's about you showing up in the world. Like that could actually mean different things for different people, right? Like,
yeah.
So, I mean, is it about how I show up for myself in my life, or is it about how I conduct business, or is it how, what exactly?
It's about all these things that you mentioned. It's not just related only to your voice or just one product as such. It's about being everything. It is about, so let's take, for example, being your voice in the world with your business. So let's segregate it. So with business, it'll be about how you're portraying yourself in the world, how you're not willing to make yourself less and just show up dynamically, no matter how much competition you have, no matter how many people are projecting whatever at you. And what if you do not make yourself less and still keep showing up? And it's about what else? Shilpa, can you just write my number here? I think Vrushali's left already. I think she could have taken my number. Okay, no problem. And it's about, what else was I talking about? Yeah. So then if you have your business products, whatever it is, it's about, see what happens is sometimes some of you will create some amazing products, okay? And you would have put in a lot of efforts. So now to have other people diss your products or judge your products is not fun, right? So because you don't want your products to be dissed or judged, you will keep the reach very less and limited. You will make sure that not many people are aware of it, so that only the people you know, only the people you're comfortable with, only the people you know will not say bad things about you or your product is who you will allow to showcase those products. So you see how much you're limiting your reach if you are busy saving yourself or protecting yourself or your products from the world. So this is about letting go of all those barriers. It's about choosing to really show up more dynamically in every aspect of your life, including your relationships, including your money reality, because that will start changing so dynamically the moment you are willing to be everything. Okay, there are so many hidden agendas we have. There's so many points of views that we have that keep stopping us, keep limiting us. So this particular class comes with a manual where we'll be discussing a lot of aspects. There's a lot of stuff that we'll be discussing there. And yeah, and those home plays are really going to pull you out of your comfort zone, which when you do it, at that moment, it's like, oh my God, how the hell will I even do something like this? But when you actually do it, you realize that was the most liberating thing. And that's the time you're like, all right, let people judge me. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm here. Watch out, world. So it's about that.
Smriti, can I just like ask a question here?
Yeah, go ahead.
You were really talking about, putting out your creative, creations and putting out there and, reaching out. My question is it not like, are your creatives not really about how interesting, how you make a creative? Like what's that got to do anything with, you being.
Can you say it again? Can you say it again?
Like
How?
if I'm making a creative, is it not just about the creative that I am making and putting out?
It's about everything.
I mean, what's creativity got to do with how I create my life? Like, I mean, I know other than using the word, what's creative about creating my life?
Shilpa, it's about choosing to be an energy in the world, which is unstoppable. And when you're putting out your flyers, let's take, for example, for a class, the energy you're being when you're choosing to put out those flyers, or even when you're creating those flyers, is what will speak to the people, right? That energy is what will pull people to your classes.
Yeah. So my question is that is this class also something where we're going to like really tap into the creative side?
Of course, we do tap into the creative side. So so I offer I'll be giving you guys canvas, and there's a painting that we'll be making. I'll be painting along. So I will teach you, or not really teach you, I'll just paint and you can just follow that. You can use your own colors. I have a whole list, like a whole lot of colors there with me. It's all acrylic paints, and there'll be brushes and everything. There'll be canvas, and you are free to make your own painting if you like, with whatever colors you want. So that's what this class is all about. So we also offer painting. I mean, I offer painting also in the session, because that is something I really enjoy doing. And that's something I realized earlier. I'd always wanted to make a lot of paintings, but I thought to make a painting, you have to be really perfect, really, really good at it. And hi, Kaval. So good to see you here. And so I stopped choosing to make that, because I used to be like, no, if Smriti is going to make a painting, it has to be perfect. And then once I conducted an art workshop for underprivileged kids, and they were seeing the paints for the first time, they were holding brushes for the first time. And when I conducted that workshop, the joy that they felt at that time, and the way they created all the paintings, it was just so joyful to see that. And I was like, you know what? This is the energy that I'm looking for. So what if nothing has to be perfect? And what if you could just be there in the world, enjoying every moment? So that's the reason I've just added the painting part to it, because it's about also just centering yourself. It's very, very therapeutic. So it just really allows you to receive yourself also. So that's one aspect that I just add to it. But apart from that, whatever else I've spoken about this particular class. What are the questions you have? Anyone else?
What are the class fees, Priti?
The class
what are the timings?
It'll be from 9:30 to 5:30. So the timings are a little flexible, but it's a 3 full day class. Okay. 9 to 5, 9:30 to 5 or something like that. All right. 3 full days class. The fee is 68,250. 68,250. Yeah. and plus lunch charges, which we'll see that time as per actual, whatever food we order, it will be based on that. Okay, and what else? Okay.
So basically, what we're really talking about in this class is how you show up for yourself in this world.
No,
And
yeah. Let me add more to it. Okay, it's about being also choosing to be the person who creates a future. Okay, it's not just about improving the quality of your voice or about judging your voice or your being. It's about giving you the voice or being the voice that is actually willing to create a future. It's about being the energy that's willing to create a future for yourself. Okay, how many of you are capable of creating so dynamically, but you're not even willing to acknowledge that about yourself? It's about choosing to bring out the brilliance of you. Okay, and also people who go on stage when they when they have that performance anxiety, and then they tend to blank out and they just don't know. 1 minute. That performance anxiety is not even yours. It doesn't even belong to you. So just know that. Yes, Anil, go ahead.
Many of the times when somebody superior to you is there in front of you, you can't speak. Do you mean to say your voice there, whatever you want to speak it boldly and correctly, that voice?
Yeah, that's also going to be one aspect of it. Yes. It's about not willing to make yourself less for anyone, because like you mentioned, right? Someone superior to you, you will not be willing to speak up. It's about acknowledging that no one else is greater than you.
Superior means he is holding some post, and that's why we make him superior. Not
yeah.
because...
So we'll be talking and discussing a lot of interesting tools which you can use to deal with them. With somebody like this, right? I mean, I had a tough time. I had to travel the very next day, and I really required my passport. And it was at the police station, and they were not willing to give it to me because I needed it to take it to the CBI office to sort of CDI, I'm not sure. To sort of, they were supposed to give it to me in a sealed envelope, but they refused to do that because they're like, what's the rush? You know, everybody has to travel and all. They were just not willing to be that. They were not even willing to listen to me. And then I used all these tools of Right Voice for You. And in 10 minutes, within 10 minutes, they just turned around. It's about melting the molecules that are keeping you stuck. That's what changed. Okay, I used those tools, and within 10 minutes, they're like, okay, what exactly is going on? Let's see what we can do to help you. You know, from just dismissing me earlier, they were just willing to at least listen to me or be willing to help me. That's what changed. All I did was just use the access tools, especially the Right Voice for You tools. I won't go into discussing what those were. That's for the class. Yes, Jacob, go ahead.
So the mellifluous is basically having a pleasant and flowing sound. So you use the word mellifluous. So you want to talk about that? What is the context?
Yeah. So I spoke to Dr. Dane once, and I was like, you know, when I'm doing Zoom calls or when I get up, like if I have to go on the stage and talk, I just go blank, and I'm not sure how to, you know, I don't think there's anybody even willing to listen to me. And then he gave me this clearing with the word mellifluous. So that's what it was. And it was like, you know, I kept judging that my voice is too soft, too baby-like for people to even take me seriously, you know? And that's when he said that. He's like, where are you judging your voice? And what if you acknowledge that it is mellifluous? And he gave me the clearing. He's like, what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be I'm not sure what clearing it was, to be as mellifluous as you truly be. Something like that. So I'll have to look for it, what the clearing was exactly. I have it written somewhere. So that it's about owning the mellifluous voice and not making yourself wrong.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cool. Let me just see somebody who's written. Yeah. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to have your voice as mellifluous as you truly be for all eternity? Everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right from good, bad, pot, all nature's voice and beyonds. Yeah, that was a clearing. Thank you. Thank you, Risha, for sending this to me. Maybe you can post it directly here. That would be really nice. All right, does anyone else have any question? The class is starting day after. This class can only be attended live. Okay, this cannot be attended online. Just this particular class. So you have to be present. It's about really choosing to show up. Shilpa, you have any other questions? Anything else that I can talk about? Anything else that you remember? Who else? Amisha's here. Amisha, would you like to talk? You've attended the class.
Yeah, so the class really contributed, and it helped me come out of my shell. And I really recommend this class to each and every person to choose more and create more for you. Thank you, Smriti.
Thanks for all these beautiful feedback. And it's just basically what I wanted you to talk about is when you did the one of the home plays. You don't have to tell what it was, but what showed up for you once you did the home play? Something that you just were not comfortable doing.
Yeah, it really helped me. It was not easy. It was a lot of anxiety and a lot of, it was that uncomfortable space for me to do it. But once it flowed and the space that it created was amazing, and it really helped me to, that uncomfortability really helped me to show up in more spaces after that. And it really created a lot more. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, Shilpa, you have a question.
Yeah, more than actually not a question, but when Amisha was sharing, this is when I wanted to share what it was all about. Like when I chose to do that class, and how the day one I came, and then, you know, I had to go, I couldn't attend the other 2 days. I think this class has actually contributed to me in such a dynamic way, because the next day I had a shoot, and I had gone to you know, a place, and just the whole space of expansion, and day one of me being in the space, and you know, you really asking us to kind of step up and actually have a greater reality and show up. I reached this place, and they actually upgraded me into a bigger room. And that whole thing for me, it was like just that space of wow, like I have got an upgrade. And the whole experience was, you know, to me was actually, you know, kind of a sense of upgrade. And yeah, so it just kind of pinged into my space that how that, you know, just even like I mean, that one day itself kind of brought so much of a sense of expansion, so much of me having more of me that showed up. So yeah, I really wanted to share that.
Thank you. Yeah, that was interesting, right? You got an upgrade just by attending one day of the class.
Yeah.
So you will be continuing with the class this time.
Yes.
How does it get any better?
How does it get any better than that? So
I was like, I cannot sign you in for this class if you haven't
Yes.
really attended it fully. So
Yes.
sorry. So yeah. So
how did I get so lucky?
Yeah. So she'll be there.
Yeah, and I wonder how much you know, how much my life is ready for an upgrade, which I am not really maybe even consciously acknowledging. You know, I mean, that's also something, you know, when your life is ready for something greater. And so you want to talk a little about that, when you don't see how you're ready for a, you know, for an upgrade, and when your life really actually is ready.
The fact that they are all here attending the intro for a right voice for your class, guys, you all already ready for that. Maybe somewhere subconsciously already choosing an upgrade. So what else is possible? Yeah, it's about just being more of you. That's what starts showing up very dynamically, totally unapologetically, totally what else can I use? What other word can I use? It's about being unstoppable. If you get the energy of unstoppable, that's what this class creates. Okay.
And also the joy, Smriti, of actually knowing, even if nobody's acknowledging you, you want to talk like.
So, this also, so we'll be doing the exercises include how you need to walk also. There's a particular way that Gary recommends that you walk to actually be an invitation. We'll be talking about maybe paintings or other things, how we change the molecules of certain things. There's so much more in this class than just what I'm talking about. This is just 1% of what the whole class is about. If I talk more, I'll end up giving away the class, and I'm really not looking forward to doing that. I would really, really love for each one of you to be part of that. It's in Mumbai. We start day after in the morning. And in case you live in some other city, you still have a day to just choose to just show up.
And can I add to it that, I was trying all sorts of manipulation, on Smriti last time to say, can I just sneak into the class, do something that I can attend the class? And she was like, no.
Yeah, she's like, I will listen to it online. I said, I can't offer this online. She's like, okay, at least show me the home plays. So we were not even discussing the home plays in the group because she's part of that. And I was like, no, we can't, you choosing to go for your shooting, then that's it. Then you attend the next class when it happens, and I can't share the details or the home plays right now. So she was like, what the hell? And then she would see her photographs and she was like, oh my God. But what I'm trying to say is she still received the energy of the whole class during her shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so much more. I think you also they selected some audition that they're done and stuff.
Yeah, so that was the other thing. And I worked with an amazing director. It was my second project with him. And it was a delight. And it was amazing how I was actually on the center stage while the whole shoot was not at all about me. I was supposed to be the secondary character. But the whole table shifted there to a degree where, the guy who directed Chak De, he was the director. So what I'm trying to say is how I actually was the center stage for that shoot. So in a way, I did receive that class the way, I wonder what else is ready to change. Me actually being there for 3 days and I'm like already, my body is already like tingling. So yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this because every time I conduct this class, there's so much that starts shifting for me and also for the participants. There's just a buzz about this class. There's just an energy and a vibration about this class. So join in, guys. It'll be so much fun. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys. If you need any more information, just feel free to call me or call Shilpa and just whatever information you require. In case you require any hotel bookings, I can help you out with that. So just connect. And I know it is just day after, but sometimes it's about just choosing to leap. And what if time wasn't linear? What if you could just choose whenever, whatever you wanted? What if there were no limitations? What if there are a lot of what ifs? It's just about choosing more for you.
And I'm sorry. That was one class which I could not attend, which actually was making me feel incomplete or like I've missed out on something from inside. So I don't even know how to explain that. So yeah, there's something about this class that it's amazing. Yeah.
Shreya, hi. This class is a right voice for you class that I'm talking about. And you just joined. I will forward you the recording of this class. So if you could just send in your number and on this group, and we can send you the recording. All right. Anyone else have any other questions, or we are good to go? Shilpa, can you note down Shreya's number? All right. Anyone else? Anything? Any other questions? Cool. Awesome.
Smriti, what are the prereqs for this class?
There are no prereqs. You don't even have to
Anybody and
be-
everybody can
Yeah,
join.
you don't even have to be in Access to be part of this. You just join in and yeah, and show up in the world. All right. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm just so grateful for each one of you, and I'll see you soon in class. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Shruti.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.